It's the first one-night tournament of its kind in reality of wrestling history. Welcome to the Rise to Wrestling royalty for the blue label of professional wrestling. He's Brad Gilmore. I am Matt Topolsky for the row, and tonight, Brad, we will crown royalty and witness 4 championship title defenses.
I mean, it's the only thing that reality wrestling can do. We're the only company that can pull something like this off, Matt Topolsky. We're going to have a night of great action, and we're going to have a lot of interaction with you at home. Super chats are going to be prioritized, so if you want to get a shout-out on this broadcast, all you got to do is super chat. We will read your super chat here on the air. Got to give a big shout-out to King of Soul Screen and Veronica, who is recovering at home.
Absolutely. We wish you the best and hope for a speedy recovery, and I'll tell you what, here tonight, speaking of speedy recoveries, there won't be a lot of that because there are 8 competitors in this tournament, and the winner will have to compete 3 times in one night and be victorious, Brad Gilmore, the first time we've ever seen this in row history.
It's the ultimate battle of attrition, Matt Topolsky. I mean, to think about that, it changes your entire game plan. It changes your entire mindset going into these matches. You got to think of how am I going to win, but also how am I going to have enough left in the tank for later on in the evening.
I got to ask you, before we get started here tonight, your prediction, who takes home royalty?
You know what? I like Edge Stone. He's a big guy. I think he can do it.
Stole my pick.
That's it. There you go.
I have to agree with you. We're not going to waste any more time. It is time for the opening round of the Rise to Wrestling royalty live on YouTube.
The following is a quarterfinals match for Rise to Wrestling royalty with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 200 pounds, Brendan Steen.
The 2018 Row Award winner for Breakout Star of the Year and a recently former Reality of Wrestling television champion. Brendan Steen has all the tools to win this tournament here tonight. Can he put it together and have one more feather in his bragging rights cap? We're going to find out tonight.
We will see. Matt Topolsky, he is the professional. He's got a hell of a bracket, though. He's on a hell of a side of a bracket. He's going to have to meet the winner of Rex Andrew versus Gino a little bit later on tonight. That's going to be a massive task.
And his opponent from Newberry, Wisconsin, weighing in at 202 pounds.
A thunderous reaction for a man who at one time was a foundational member of the Reality of Wrestling as the Brothers Lockhart, a former tag team champion, someone who returned at the last stand and in just the last few weeks signed a brand new deal to become a full-time member of the Reality of Wrestling roster again. It's Eric Lockhart.
Eric's had quite the career, Matt Topolsky, to get back to this moment, and it would mean everything for him to walk out tonight as wrestling royalty here at the Row.
You know, I had a unique opportunity to speak with Eric Lockhart earlier today, pacing the halls here at the World Gym Arena, and he said, no matter what it takes, I'll even take a count out to get a win. He said, I just want to win this tournament. It means everything to me.
I mean, it should mean everything to everyone who's competing here this evening. This is Wrestling Royalty, the first of its kind in reality wrestling.
I right here! He's looking for a walk-off home run! Orleone almost got it! Oh my goodness! It might be a little early for a 2 at 99%, but that was damn close.
But what a great strategy from Eric Lockhart. Eric Lockhart was trying to win it in the opening seconds. That way, he's fully rested for the rest of the evening. Professional Brendan Steen, though, living up to his name. That's instincts right there, Matt Topolsky. You see your opponent's off to a hot start. You're not going to allow him to keep it up. But Eric Lockhart's chasing him down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brad Gilmore, this is no way for either of these two to be conserving energy. Remember, if they're planning on winning, they got to wrestle 3 times in one night. Big frog over the top here again from Eric, and now from behind.
Sends him outside again. Eric Lockhart is all over the professional early on in this match.
It's an interesting strategy from Eric Lockhart, and now he takes a seat. Turning that bottom rope into a hammock.
And there he goes again.
Swing set drop kick. This is the opening matchup here tonight in this tournament. We had some preliminary matches over the course of the last few weeks. The bracket started with 16. Cover here too. No! Brendan Steen kicks out. We've both given our predictions about this tournament here tonight, but there is a lot of heavy hitters in it. We're going to go through it here in just a minute. Suplex. Lockhart has been on top of Brendan Steen since this tournament begun.
Now shoves Eric Lockhart in the corner. Oh man, what a back elbow though, Matt.
Eric has just been one step ahead until that moment. A tilt-a-world backbreaker that will rearrange vertebrae, but will it give him the win? No. Devastating scoop slam, and now Brendan Steen. Bit of reversal of fortunes here. Eric Lockhart in the first few minutes all over Brendan Steen. Now the professional trying to slow down the pace just a bit. Cover here again, pin attempt, center of the ring. Eric Lockhart slips out.
Thank you to everybody joining us in the chat room right now. I want to also remind you all that priority goes to Super Chats. If you want to get a shout out on the broadcast, you want to make a comment on the great action you're seeing here at the Reality Wrestling, make sure you hit that Super Chat button and we will shout you out on the broadcast. As Brendan Steen now has Eric Lockhart, or actually Eric Lockhart reversed it out. He's got Brendan Steen on the top rope in an unenviable position, Matt DePolsky.
You can say that again. Last place that Brendan Steen wants to be right now is perched up on that top rope. Eric Lockhart always looking for a high-risk opportunity. Lockhart. Working on that superplex. Brendan Steen gets out of jail here for a minute. And now Steen, Brad, telegraphing it. Oh, he was looking for that big headbutt. Roll up here, roll up! Eric Lockhart almost had it. Lockhart planted face first. And now the professional back to that top rope yet again. Eric Lockhart is gonna have to get out of town here real quick. He does it! Devastating headbutt from the top. Brendan Steen, 1, 2.
And he wins. Wow. That headbutt, Matt DePolsky, was too much.
Well, Brendan Steen is moving on, Brad Gilmore, and later on here tonight, he will face the winner of Rex Andrews and Gino. And so it's time for him to get out the telestrator and the playbook and figure out how he will take on either of those two, or arguably both, on the Mount Rushmore reality of wrestling. But right now, he is going to enjoy the spoils of his victory. Brendan Steen is moving on in the rise to wrestling royalty.
Introducing first, he is one half of Friday, Zach Mason!
Brad Gilmore, this is the thing about this tournament. You know, we hear this all the time about blood being thicker than water, but not when opportunity rears its ugly head. We are about to see the former two-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions go one-on-one. And I'd like to think that it's going to be professional, and there's going to be some good sportsmanship between these two, but you know how quickly this could dissolve.
Oh, absolutely, Matt DePolsky. Here's the thing. This isn't just friendly competition. It's to make history here in Reality Wrestling. You'd be crowned the first man to be wrestling royalty.
And his opponent, he is the other half of Friday, Warren
And we saw these two, Matt Topolsky, in the lead up to this contest. Warren Johnson actually asked Zach Mason if he would hold something for him.
And what was it, Brad?
It was an L.
He wanted to hold that L.
He asked him to hold that L. As Shannon Sharp says all the time, you can either have hot L's or hot dubs at his restaurant. Warren Johnson wants that hot dub.
And Warren Johnson took Zach's pizza too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that he might have, but this is bigger than pizza in all seriousness, folks. This is actually bigger than even wins and losses. This is to become the first man ever declared wrestling royalty here at the Reality of Wrestling.
Here at Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, and Booker T knows something about royalty. So the winner of this tournament here tonight, it goes without saying, the red carpet will most certainly be rolled out for the last man standing in this 8-man tournament. Could it be Zach Mason? Could it be Warren Johnson? These two have both tasted championships more than once, but they've done it together. Now, not only must they do it alone, but each one of them is standing in the way of the other.
And you got to think no one really has an advantage here as far as, you know, being able to scout their opponent out. They've tagged with each other for several years now. They work out together. They do everything together. They travel the roads. They know everything there is to know about one another. It's going to be interesting to see who gets an early advantage here. And I hate to sound even cliche, but it's almost like one knows what the other's going to do before that person does it. It's one of those.
It's a situation of where you have two guys. It's like wrestling in a mirror. I mean, they travel the road together. They train together. They broke into the business together. They won tag team titles together twice. They have had each other's back in every conceivable scenario. Not tonight. Crossbody there, Warren Johnson, just a 1 count. We want to remind everyone at home, 4 titles will also be decided here tonight. The Reality of Wrestling Diamonds Championship, which is the gold standard for women's professional wrestling here in the state of Texas. We will see the Television Championship defended here tonight in an open challenge, and we look forward to learning more information about that in a little bit. The Texas Championship will be up for grabs, and in our main event, Ryan Keefe faces the final boss, Ruthless Ryan Davidson, with the Reality of Wrestling Championship on the line.
And the television champion, Will All Day, has been so impressive. We saw him defeat Cameron Cole a couple weeks ago. Oh, hold on now. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on between these two. A lot of show of respect. And now they're back up to their feet as Warren.
Well, just think about it, Brad. You know, you have siblings.
I do.
Has there ever been a time in your life where you've been involved in that, that sibling rivalry? You want to be the better brother, but at the same time, you don't want to embarrass your brother. You don't want them to have any ill feelings towards you as a result of you being better.
No, you're absolutely right, and here's what I'm thinking is, you know that you can lay it into your brother a little bit. You might be able to catch him with a couple of shots.
A little tough love.
But you don't want to hurt them, and that is the main thing. I just wonder if anyone is taking it easy on the other because they don't want to hurt each other, because here's the thing, they're still a tag team. Once this tournament is over, they're probably going to try to go after the Reality Wrestling Tag Team Championships again, and you don't want there to be any salty feelings.
Well, that certainly depends on what happens in there right now.
No, it absolutely does, though, as Zach Mason trying to get Warren Johnson. Warren, the quicker of the two. Obviously, Zach the one with the power, and there's an illustration of that power right there. Is he looking for that power slam, Matt?
Warren turns Zach around. Zach blocks it and says, wait a second.
Oh, wait, I think a little bit of a disagreement as Warren was trying to go for a quick shot and a big shot to the solar plexus.
Are things starting to dissolve between Team Fly Def right now? Warren Johnson is teeing off on Zach Mason.
Well, sometimes you just let the moment get the best of you. You let your emotions get the best of you in these kind of situations. Because let's be honest, both these guys want to, oh, whoa, hold on. Oh!
Well, no disrespect meant to Warren Johnson, but we know who the powerhouse of Team Fly Def is. And he had to respond.
Well, he had to. He felt like he was provoked by Warren Johnson. and this friendly competition turning a little bit more competitive than we might have earlier imagined. As Zach Mason into the corner, Warren Johnson, big head of steam, swing and a miss. Here's also the thing, Matt Topolsky, both these men are running around. They're trying to do whatever they can to take each other down. Big move by Warren Johnson.
Nice
that could be all.
from the top rope. Cover here, 1, 2, hooks that leg.
But they also have to remember this, it's a battle of attrition. To win this tournament here this evening, you have to get 3 wins consecutively, 3 wins in a row. And right now, they're trying to give each other everything they got here, and the winner could conceivably have 2 more matches.
I couldn't agree with you more. This is an ultra marathon of combat here, and you have to pace yourself. And I think the fact that this has become a bit of a personal affair between these two, some one-upsmanship, and I like these two very much personally. I hope it doesn't dissolve into anything else other than that. That could play against both of them, depending on which one makes it to the next round of this tournament.
And you know, these two guys are such a great tag team. Look at that. Oh, and a big DDT for Warren Johnson. That could be all, Matt, if he can capitalize.
Warren Johnson trying to head to the semifinals here. No!
Whoa. Kick out at the last second, but these two work so well together as a team, Matt Topolsky, because they're trained by one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time, the Hall of Famer, the 2-time Hall of Famer, Booker T. And here's the thing, Booker T knows exactly what it's like to have to face your brother. If you remember the Harlem Heat, they weren't always on good terms, but they were able to come back and team up together again. You have to think that if this goes a little bit too sour, if that can happen as well.
Clotheslines here from Zach Mason. Oh, and big Zach with a belly-to-belly, just ejecting his tag team partner to the other side of the ring.
And it's odd, I think, for the Reality Wrestling Nation watching at home and watching here at the World Gym Arena. They don't really know who to root for. They don't know who to cheer for. They love both these guys so much.
Was looking for it. Excuse me, Warren was looking for it here. Zach reversal. Warren off the top.
I'm trying to roll him up. Is he able to roll?
Sunset flip. Cover 2.
Seems like everything that Warren's been able to hit with Zach, Zach's been able to kick out of it. Just doesn't have that same impact on him. And look at this. He still has the strength to block that.
Inside cradle.
Oh, man.
Wow, impressive is that.
Bridge.
Suplex with a bridge cover here too. No.
Thank you to everyone watching us live on the broadcast right now. If you're just joining us, this is the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. Thank you to everyone hot in the chat room right now. We're going to prioritize Super Chats. If you want to shout out on the broadcast, make sure you hit that Super Chat button as Zach Mason is squaring up on Warren. And Warren with a big super kick, Matt. Trying to chop the big guy down to size. Oh!
Both in survival mode right now. Zach Mason! Very impressive, center of the ring, cover here too!
And he got it!
Zach is moving on!
And your winner, Zach Mason!
The battle of Team Fly Deaf has come and gone, and when the smoke clears, Zach Mason will be moving on to the semifinals of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty.
Ask me who I wanna meet, I tell you more bitches. Just been a couple bands and I brought some more with me.
An impressive Blue Thunder bomb in the center of the ring, sending one half of Team Fly Deaf to the next round. And Brad Gilmore, look at that. Warren Johnson was extending his hand to his tag team partner, to his brother.
Oh, well, I don't think that Zach even saw him. I think Zach's so in the moment right now. He's happy that he's going on to the next round. And I think all will be forgotten.
Well, that's what you would like to think.
Hey, Zach. Congratulations on your big win tonight. How did it feel going up against your fly brother, Warren Johnson?
Well, Lindsay, thank you for the congratulations. How did it feel? Did you see that? I did it. The best fly brother won, and now I'm moving on to the next round of this tournament, baby. Let's go.
Yo, what was that? What's up with that? You gonna leave me hanging, bro?
Leave you hanging? What you talking about?
What am I talking about? I tried to shake your hand to congratulate you on the win.
My bad, bro. I didn't see you, man. I was just so caught up in the moment. This is a real big win for me. I actually have a chance to make it to the top of this tournament and win it, man. I didn't mean nothing by it.
It's all good, man. Look, you do got a chance to win. All right, you beat me fair and square. Now go on to the finals and do it, baby. You got it.
I appreciate it, bro.
Let's go.
Introducing first, representing Legion, Isaiah.
What an interesting year it has been. I'm not talking about the Julian calendar. I'm talking about the reality that you and I both, Brad, live in. What an interesting year it has been for Legion. I'm not quite certain if Legion even still exists anymore outside of Isaiah. But Isaiah is here. He is channeling those dark forces, and perhaps he can ride them all the way to the finals. And if he does, we won't have royalty. We'll have a Night King.
Absolutely. Isaiah, of course, beat Tommy Bolton in the opening preliminary rounds of this Rise to Wrestling tournament, Rise to Wrestling Royalty tournament. But now he's got a massive opponent.
And his opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 265 pounds, Edge Stone.
You know, the great city of New Orleans, Louisiana, it sits a few feet below sea level, Brad Gilmore.
Just a couple.
I think one of the reasons for that might be because this man is walking the streets. Ed Stone is one of the largest athletes in the game today, and he brings the power. What a remarkable athlete.
Wow, look at him, Matt DePolsky.
And that's why he's my favorite to win this tournament.
For the first time, I think, in reality of wrestling history, you and I finally agree on something. I just don't see anybody who's going to be able to take down Edge Stone. Power, size, agility, ability. This man's got it all.
And I'm going to tell you something else, too. Ed Stone is the one competitor that I see in this bracket where there's no history. There's no ill feelings. There's no grudge to be settled, okay? He can focus on the task at hand and the task alone. And I think having that strategic mental advantage along with the physical advantage he holds over every other competitor in this tournament makes him the odds-on favorite to become royalty.
I mean, look at the face of Isaiah. I mean, Isaiah can tap into supernatural abilities at times, and he's going to have to conjure up every evil voodoo spirit that he knows to beat Edge Stone here this evening. I mean, they're both from New Orleans. I mean, or at least Edge Stone's from New Orleans, Voodoo's from New Orleans. Maybe there's some crossover effect here.
It's very possible that Isaiah's from a cemetery in New Orleans.
Well, look at that. I think Isaiah trying to play some mind games with big Edge Stone. Edge Stone picks him up in a very unenviable position. Oh, jeez, man. Wow.
Oh, look out, look out!
Oh! Well, fans of the Hall of Fame on ESPN with Booker T need to call Jerry Bowen, place some bets on Edge Stone. I think he's the odds-on favorite right now in Vegas to win this tournament.
I think it's about too late to make any money on this prediction.
Oh, my Lord.
Before this match started, I talked about what was left of Legion. There it goes.
Well, Isaiah, though, oh, big move right there.
Well, desperation, whatever it takes, because he was getting killed in there.
If y'all are just joining us, this is a quarterfinals match, and look at that, he caught him.
He caught him in midair. There was a human lawn dart flying at him, and Edge Stone picks up Isaiah. Oh, wait a second. A Hurricane Rana sends Edge Stone into those steel steps.
They landed on top of him, and what is, oh. Stomp to the middle of the back from Isaiah. And Isaiah rolls in, Edge Stone, this might be his only opportunity.
Cover here, 1, 2.
Launched himself on the big man, wasn't enough to get it done. Referee having to break that up before the 5 count. Those closed fists illegal here at Reality of Wrestling.
Smart move right there from Isaiah. A shot to the knee, then comes back with a haymaker to the temple. Ed Stone might be out here. No.
Once again, if you're tuning in right now on the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel and you're just joining us, this is the quarterfinals of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. And Matt Topolsky, we've already seen 2 people advance tonight. Brendan Steen has advanced into the next round, and so has Zach Mason. We saw an interesting interaction between him and Warren Johnson backstage after the match, but it seems like everything's cool for now.
Absolutely, and the winner of this matchup will be facing Zach Mason in the next round. So one half of Team Fly Def moving on to the semifinals. And the Rise to Wrestling Royalty, Isaiah, also hanging on and providing a DDT, which may send him to the second round. Ed Stone, a mountain of a man and very difficult to keep down, and the match continues. And that is really the question right now. Is Isaiah really in this fight, or is he just point shaving?
No, Matt Topolsky, I think that Isaiah, oh, look at that. Isaiah is a veteran. Ed Stone is still newer to the pro wrestling game, and Isaiah knows all the little tricks, all the little secrets, and to try to get any advantage that he can over Ed Stone, and he's using them expertly right now, against the big man.
Thank everyone for joining us here tonight. We want to let you know that in addition to the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament, 4 championships will be defended. The Diamonds title, the Television Championship, the Texas title, the Reality of Wrestling title. This is the blue label of professional wrestling. We are live from the World Gym Arena in Houston, Texas. Ed Stone trying to get back into it here, Brad. It was an impressive start, but it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And right now, Isaiah is in control.
Isaiah looking for that another hurricanrana, but Ed Stone, oh my goodness!
He turned it into a twisting sit-out powerbomb, but did not have enough gas left in the tank to make the pin. Raw, uncanny power from Ed Stone.
But here's the thing, if the referee counts out both of these men, you would imagine that Zach Mason would get a bye into the finals.
That is absolutely correct. It is the same reason why there are time limits on all of these matches in the tournament. We have to have a winner here tonight at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. Irish whip. Isaiah caught in midair.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my goodness! A Samoan drop and move that ring 6 feet. 1, 2, count.
Oh my goodness. How did Isaiah kick out of that? Matt Topolsky, Ed Stone gave him everything that he had. At least we thought he gave him everything he had. Wow.
Isaiah resembling a car accident victim right now. Incredible terminal velocity on that Samoan drop.
A car accident victim. He's representing a zombie out of The Walking Dead. Isaiah proving that there is life after death with a big German suplex, but Stone jumped right up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. When Isaiah turns around, he's going to look like he saw a ghost.
Oh, there we go.
Sit out powerbomb. This time he's got enough gas in that tank. Punch that ticket to the second round.
Ed Stone, Matt Topolsky shows why he came to play and why he may be wrestling royalty.
That could be the next king of Reality of Wrestling, and if he is, I'm gonna guarantee you this, Brad Gilmore, he won't need a bodyguard. Ed Stone, very impressive. We'll see him in the semifinals.
don't know what. Matt Topolsky, I'm not exactly sure what we just saw.
What the hell did we just witness?
I have no idea, but the Rise to Wrestling Royalty marches on. Edge Stone with a big victory. I'm not exactly sure what that was, though.
Well, coming up next, excuse me, I'm a bit verklempt here. Coming up next, the final round. I'm sorry, the final match in the first round of this tournament. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
The final match in the first round of this tournament will feature the Latin heartthrob Gino, the former 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion, taking on the man who he orchestrated a gang assault against some months ago and we thought ended the career of, the precision tactician Rex Andrews. Now, in order for Rex to get into this matchup, he had to go through Aiden Cristiano. Will the other shoe drop here, and will he finish Gino and move on tonight?
I mean, Rex Andrews, like you said, we thought that we would never see him again. He was a Reality of Wrestling champion. The man who put him out of commission is Gino. I think that this is going to be the match to watch. These two have no love lost for each other. They have a ton of history. I can't wait to see him get it on.
Here we go. Rex Andrews, Gino. Take it away. Gino back to work as he continues to show his appreciation for the Row Nation. This is a very unique way to make friends, Brad.
Well, definitely it's not winning him any new friend request on Facebook or follows on IG as Gino tears up every sign in sight and hands it to our referee. Referee hands it back to him. That's nice. You know, some kid works real hard on a sign and he just tears it out. There you go.
Gino has turned his back on a Row Nation that supported him to a pretty historic career. So young, his professional wrestling career, right here at the Reality of Wrestling. They made this his home. And he doesn't give a damn.
And his opponent from Dothan, Alabama, weighing at 209 pounds, he is the precision tactician, Rex Andrews!
The history that exists between Rex Andrews and Gino, in which the Reality of Wrestling Championship was always in the crosshairs. Now the accoutrement is the fact that one of these two, if they are successful and move on throughout the night,
look at this.
will be crowned wrestling royalty.
Nancy, you better get the hell out of there.
But what Rex Andrews is really looking forward to, Brad, is getting his hands on Gino. This is the quintessential example of a blood feud.
Matt Topolsky, I said these two guys have a lot of history. Let's not forget, they were the main event of Summer of Champions just a couple of years ago, where Rex Andrews finally won the Reality of Wrestling Championship from Gino. And then Rex Andrews back in January had that match with the founder of Reality of Wrestling, Booker T. And then at the end of that match, Gino made his presence felt. We thought we were going to see a one-on-one contest for the title the very next month, and that's when Gino and La Familia had their way with Rex.
Absolutely. And ever since then, Gino has been unrecognizable. To say he's made a trip to the dark side is an understatement. We never thought we'd see Rex Andrews again. After that assault, after La Familia and Gino put Rex Andrews' arm in a chair, snapped it in half, was hanging off of his torso. We thought that was it. A real testament to the hearts, to the guts of Rex Andrews to come back and be in this moment here tonight. all of this action. And Brad, we have yet to see a title defense here tonight, but they will be coming. And for every precious moment that a title is defended here tonight, the remaining competitors in this tournament, you know, are going to be taking a breather and cheering on those matches to go as long as possible, because they're going to need the rest.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky. Winner of this match will meet Brendan Steen in the semifinals of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty, where we will be down to our final 4.
Roll up here from Gino.
And here's the thing, what would this champ... Oh, wait, hold on. Looking for an armbar of some kind. Matt Topolsky, what would being declared wrestling royalty mean to the careers and the legacies of either Gino or Rex Andrews?
I mean, it's massive. It's massive. At the same time, it's not necessary for either one of them, but it's massive. Gino, the youngest heavyweight champion in professional wrestling history. Rex Andrews, one of the most decorated champions this company has ever seen. The two of these competitors, they have been vying for that top spot and have held it time and time again. Oh! Gino is one of the hottest properties in professional wrestling right now. The world of pro wrestling is talking about Gino and that massive deal which he signed recently. But becoming wrestling royalty here tonight would be that next feather in his cap as he continues to stack together history.
I want to give a big shout out to TXBear07 on YouTube, who said, "Row is awesome. Thank you for your super chat. Those help directly fuel the reality of wrestling."
Rex Andrews right now trying to take that arm apart of Gino. Make no mistake about it. Rex Andrews wants to move on to the next round, but he really wants to hurt Gino.
He does, Matt Topolsky, and you wonder if that's going to actually work against him here in this match. He's not so much concerned with winning, although winning is the ultimate goal for everybody here this evening, but he is more interested in putting Gino down. Think about it.
Look out, face first, shoulder first, excuse me, into the steel post.
And Rex gripping to that left elbow. That's the same arm that was injured earlier this year, where we thought that we would never see Rex Andrews again. Oh!
Oh, Gino. Gino is trying to dislocate that arm. This is a different Gino than we were first introduced to. I mean, he has become a much more methodical athlete inside that squared circle. Reminds me a lot of Rex Andrews.
Well, you know, in a lot of ways, Matt Topolsky, these two guys got to the reality wrestling gym at the same time. Wait a minute, Gino needs to be careful not get himself disqualified here. But these two came into the gym roughly the same time. They were both trained by Booker T for the same amount of years. They've watched each other grow. They've honed their craft. You could say both of these men are in their absolute prime. They will never be better than they are right now, and that's because from the expert tutelage of Booker T, traveling around not only the nation, the entire country, or not only the entire country, I'm sorry, the entire world, honing in on their craft. They're the two best that reality of wrestling have. And right now you're seeing them in the quarterfinals.
Well, you know what? Rex Andrews tried to fire back with that arm, and you can see the vestiges of battle, those scars that have been created by Gino. First shoving that arm and that elbow into the steel post on the outside, then using all the leverage that he had in his body to try and separate that arm from Rex Andrews' body. It's an interesting game plan. It's one that we would expect to see from Rex Andrews, but it's being implemented by Gino.
But now Rex.
That's why he's the precision tactician, Brad.
Does he have that fully in? I think that he might. Gino rolls out of it. The precision tactician, Rex Andrews and Gino. Both trying to advance in this one-night tournament. Remember, you got to win 3 times in one night. Oh, and look at that clothesline.
A vicious lariat from Rex Andrews. Comes back with a left elbow. Still showing the battle scars, but that is a perfectly executed Northern Lights. No. The match rolls on. Big shout out to the Row Nation joining us live on YouTube for the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. So much more action still to come, including 4 title defenses and the semifinals and the final of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. Rex. Double underhook. Oh, wow. Superplex. And he got all of it. That could be all. 2. Almost like a reversal of roles here tonight. Rex Andrews having to employ more high-risk maneuvers. Meanwhile, Gino trying to ground and pound, trying to keep it on the mat, work a body part. Normally we see this reversed. Not here tonight.
Oh, Rex Andrews being shoved into the steel portions of that turnbuckle.
A lot of strategy here, a lot more than I expected. I'll be honest with you, I thought this was going to be a brawl from the moment the bell rang. Oh my God! A side suplex on steel and wood, the hardest part of the ring.
Well, now both these men on the outside as the referee begins his count. Like we talked about in the Edge Stone Isaiah match, you can't get counted out. Both men can get counted out and will go into the next round. They won't go into the next round, it'll be a bye.
Well, Rex Andrews has one good arm. Gino doesn't have a spine anymore, and these two have got to find a way to continue. The count is up to 9. Both Rex Andrews and Gino in.
If they both got counted out again, a bye for Brendan Steen into the finals. But these two men aren't going to let something in like that. They want a clear and defined winner. Oh, big chop to the chest from Gino. Oh, forearm from the precision tactician. Man, I feel like every time one man gets an advantage, the other man gets the advantage.
These two are so good. They're so battle-tested. They're so ready for this big moment. And despite the way Gino may feel about the Row Nation and the way they feel about him now, he is one of the finest athletes in professional wrestling today. You name the company and he can headline.
Matt Topolsky, I am just getting breaking news from the powers
Over
that
here,
be.
1, 2.
Oh my goodness, that was almost a 3 count. Breaking news from the powers that be. It is confirmed Will Allday has put out an open challenge for his Reality of Wrestling Television Championship here on the broadcast tonight. Anybody in the back can get a shot at the TV champ.
There you go. We still await the news of who will answer that open challenge. Will Allday, the Reality of Wrestling Television Champion, never disappoints. That matchup will occur later on here tonight. Meanwhile, Snake Eyes for Rex Andrews. Andrews coming back once again. Oh, you get the feeling these two could go all night.
Well, Matt Topolsky, you're looking at two guys who have held so many championships collectively in a big knee. That could be all right there.
Cover here, 1, 2, Gino may be out, Gino may be out, no! Muscle memory, call it what you will. The Latin heartthrob slips out the back door, the match continues.
Rex Andrews, former Reality Wrestling Television Champion, Texas Champion, and Reality of Wrestling Champion. Of course, Gino, a 3-time Reality of Wrestling Champion. The resumes of these two men are almost unmatched here at the Row. And speaking of that Reality Wrestling Championship, our main event tonight. Oh, wait a minute.
Scarlet Letter.
That could be all.
Out of nowhere.
That's it.
Why the delay for the pin there from Gino? I don't understand it.
My goodness.
But it will cost him.
I don't know why he hesitated either, Matt Topolsky. He almost looked at Rex Andrews like, look, this is the end of you. And he took a moment to savor that. He wanted to savor beating Rex Andrews, but it wasn't enough. The precision tactician kicks out at 2.
He should have savored the moment after the 3 count.
But look, a scarlet letter to that arm. And Gino.
Oh, maybe this is what Gino wants. Gino wants to tap Rex Andrews.
He's put him in a Kimura armbar.
Those would be some headlines. Into a pin here. 2. Now wait a second. The bell has just been rung at the 2 count.
Well, I think that the referee may have counted to 3 there. Was that, I think that was a 3 count. Was that a 3 count?
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the time limit running out, both men have been eliminated.
Wait, both men eliminated from the tournament.
Can we get a shot backstage of Brendan Steen, who is probably engaging in a champagne party right now? Brendan Steen, as a result of what we've just witnessed, has gotten a bye, Brad Gilmore, into the finals.
Oh my good Lord, I can't believe what we're seeing. It looked for a minute like Gino had Rex. It looked like Gino had Rex in an armbar, and that was going to be the end of the match. Rex Andrews rolls him up, almost gets a 3 count, but then the time limit is reached.
What a stunning moment here. Neither Rex Andrews nor Gino will move on to the second round as this matchup is ended in a draw. A split second before a 3 count is reached. But what would have happened? Would Andrews have tapped or would he have pinned Gino? An accident in the 21st century presents an entirely new set of challenges. From self-driving cars to failures in new safety technology, if you've been injured in a car accident, you need a 21st century lawyer. After all, you have to make your case here before you can win it here. Injured? Choose the smart lawyer. Call Walker Texas Lawyer now and download the Walker Texas Lawyer app.
Introducing first, weighing at 220 pounds, Tempo!
Well, Brad Gilmore, we have tag team action scheduled here in just a moment.
And his tag team partner, weighing at 240 pounds, Mysterious Q!
As Tempo and the Mysterious Q come out here, but before we break down what's happened in this bracket, I know you got a super chat.
Yeah, we got a super chat from Adrian Brown, who says it. We are one of his favorite commentary duos in wrestling. We appreciate the comment, Adrian, but you know, it's about the performers inside the ring. We're just trying to enhance the broadcast for the viewers at home. But Matt DePolsky, let's talk about this tag team right here. Terrell Tempo and the Mysterious Q. They had a match with Luke and PJ Hawks. So close to winning that match and becoming Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Unfortunately, PJ Hawks was injured.
Yeah, so we heard from Luke and PJ Hawks earlier this week. And we want to wish PJ the very best in a speedy recovery. As the first father and son tag team in Reality of Wrestling history captured those titles a few weeks ago. We were looking forward to seeing that matchup continue. And I can't wait to see the Mysterious Q and Tempo get another shot at those titles, because this is a formidable tag team.
And their opponents, weighing at a combined weight of 360 pounds, representing La Familia, Jonathan Vega and Diego de la Cruz.
La Familia making their way into the World Gym Arena, live on YouTube at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. And Brad, the breaking news from just moments ago, Rex Andrews and Gino both eliminated from this tournament, granting a bye to Brendan Steen, and he has to be elated at this. He has made his way into the finals.
We'll appreciate, big shout out to Jason for engaging with us on the Super Chat. Big shout out to Jason, thank you so much. Once again, we are prioritizing Super Chat shout outs here this evening at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. Diego de la Cruz having to de-ice himself over here. You know what ice is, right, Matt Topolsky?
I know what ice is, yes. Did you get it out of your freezer?
No, I mean, this is jewels. The swag, you know what I mean? That's what I love about Diego De La Cruz. The man's got swag. You don't know anything about that. It's all right, my brother. Look at that.
You know, why don't you go up there and stand in his corner?
Oh!
Interesting scenario here, Brad. I want to get your take on seriously, and that's this. So now that Luke and PJ Hawks are temporarily out of the game, the number one contenders sitting across the ring here in the Mysterious Q and Terrell Tempo, let me pose a what-if softball for you. What if Diego De La Cruz and Jonathan Vega get the dub here tonight at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty?
Then they should be the number one contenders. It's easy as that. I mean, I think that there's no doubt the Mysterious Q and Terrell Tempo are a formidable tag team. Both these men have had singles championships, countless singles championships here at Reality of Wrestling. But I think that Jonathan Vega and Diego De La Cruz have been hitting a stride like no other team here at the Row. And if they win tonight, they're the number one contenders in my book.
Jonathan Vega and Diego De La Cruz have been very impressive as of late. But the Mysterious Q has been impressive his entire career, and so has Terrell Tempo. Jonathan Vega here calling for a timeout, and I understand why, and here comes the tag.
Well, the Row Nation wants to see some of Tempo. As Diego De La Cruz tags in, here comes Terrell Tempo. Another shout out to Jason, who's trying to get a job here at Reality of Wrestling. Send in your application. The HR department will get back with you.
You know what, Jason? You can have Brad's job. You're hired. Welcome.
Swing and a miss there for Diego De La Cruz. Matt Sapolsky, I think that a tag team is where Terrell Tempo always needed to be. The man is a great singles competitor, but I think that he always knows how to... Oh, look at that. I thought he was going to go for a pay of dividends. He always knows when to give a little to his teammate. He knows when to get his team involved. And look at that. Tag in to the franchise Mysterious Q.
High elevation right there, that elbow to the heart. Mysterious Q sent on over the top. Both Tempo and Q working together very well right now. They've cut that ring in half. They eliminated, at least temporarily, Jonathan Vega from this matchup, and now it's 2-on-1 on Diego De La Cruz. And a night when we will crown wrestling royalty, we've still got 4 championship matches to come. What a special event.
And that's what I love here about the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. It's a one-night tournament, Matt Sapolsky. We'll know who it is by the end of the evening. It's not like the championship series in baseball that seemingly drags on for weeks. Tonight we know.
Oh! My goodness, a crash landing, which may end the night for La Familia. Tag, and back in comes Terrell Tempo. An attempt here.
Well, Matt Sapolsky, again, for the fans at home, both Gino and Rex Andrews, they were both eliminated from this tournament bracket, sending Brendan Steen to the finals, and now we know it's either going to be Zach Mason or Edge Stone to meet him to declare Wrestling Royalty.
Well, no disrespect to Zach Mason, but I am sticking with my pick of Edge Stone. And I will tell you what, a devastating leg drop from the top rope. Still not enough to finish off Terrell Tempo, but he may be seriously injured after that.
He might be, Matt Sapolsky. And again, to reiterate for fans who are watching, if you're tuning in just now, we still have every singles championship on the line here this evening. A television championship open challenge, the Texas Championship. Alex Gracia will defend her Reality Wrestling Diamonds Championship against Hyun, and the main event, we'll see the Bear, Ruthless Ryan Davison, defending against Brian Keith.
1, 2, and a kick out. And you want to know what the best part of all this is, Brad? We are the blue label of professional wrestling because all of this action is free live on YouTube tonight.
Right now, if you are not subscribed and you're watching this video, please subscribe to the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel. Again, we are prioritizing super chats here this evening. If you want to get a shout out on the broadcast, just hit that super chat button on YouTube.
Momentum has shifted in this matchup just a hair. Terrell Tempo trying to prevent it from getting worse. Nobody in the corner there for him. Oh! Impressive strength on display from Tempo. Now can he crawl over Jonathan Vega and make the tag to the F-16?
Well, both these men on the opposite sides of the ring. Terrell Tempo. Oh, wow, big leapfrog. Attacking a Mysterious Q and Diego De La Cruz. Oh!
Mysterious Q is one of the most decorated athletes in Reality of Wrestling history. He has headlined more Summer of Champions events than anyone in Raw history. And he's looking for a big tag team win tonight on this massive stage. Q, head of steam, dives through the ropes, and puts an end to this family reunion.
Incredible.
Q, look out,
Q
look out!
loaded up again. Wow, a big corkscrew in front of us. The Mysterious Q goes flying, Matt Topolsky.
Will somebody call Lockheed Martin? Because we got an F-16 twisting through the air and crash landing on La Familia's tent.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's got to be it. 1, 2, Jonathan Vega. With less than a second to spare, at least temporarily continues this matchup.
Mysterious Q showing off his power. Jonathan Vega, though, reverse Hurricanrana, planting Mysterious Q's head right into the mat.
Very impressive. I am unaware of who is the legal man. Apparently, now it is Jonathan Vega. Vega and Cruz. What a defining moment this would be for La Familia.
That's it. That's
1, 2, no! Impressive tandem tag team wrestling here from La Familia, but Tempo able to break it up. And now the world's most famous professional wrestling accordion player dumped to the outside.
And Jonathan Vega trying to try the same thing with Terrell Tempo. It didn't work. Tempo's got him up top.
Oh, you're not going to punch that ticket twice.
Oh.
Q cutter from the top. 1, 2, count to 100.
Wow.
Good God. I think I'm going to change the name of that from the Q cutter to the Vega cutter because he just got cut in half. A very formidable tag team right here, the #1 contenders for the Reality of Wrestling tag team titles. And you got to imagine Luke and PJ Hawks are looking on at home right now. And when that knee heals up, they got to face this team.
Well, I think that they are ready, willing, and anxious to get back in there with one of the top new tag teams in Reality of Wrestling. Mysterious Q and Terrell Tempo.
When you talk about it's the postseason, we got Astros Yankees right now.
Ryan Keith, this is the most exciting opportunity of your career. You are challenging Ryan Davidson for the Reality of Wrestling Championships. What are your thoughts going into this match?
Lindsay, 14 years ago, I met Booker T for the first time as a kid. And I made a promise to him. I told him one day I'd come back and I'd wrestle for his company. And not only am I wrestling, I'm in the main event for the Reality of Wrestling Championship against a man that I know so well. Ryan, he's dangerous, but just as much as he's dangerous, I know how conniving he could be. Play your games, Ryan. Tricks up your sleeve. It's not going to help you tonight, Playboy. Tonight, the whole world is going to cowboy you up. Yeah, doggy!
The following is a semi-final match for Rise to Wrestling Royalty with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, he is one half of FlyDef, Zach Mason.
Now Brad Gilmore, we just heard from Brendan Steen. And in our transition moments ago, I was saying it's the postseason. You talk about Yankees, Astros here tonight. Wouldn't it be wonderful if either one of those teams could have just got a bye to the World Series, right? Well, Brendan Steen now has one.
Brendan Steen definitely has one. I know we're going to have someone standing by with him. And, of course, Brian Keith, just talking about that big main event championship match he has on. He has here a little later on against Ruthless Ryan Davidson, the Bear, the final boss, the first ever Grand Slam champion in Row history. But now we're back here with Zach Mason, his second match here tonight. But he still looks like he's got plenty of energy, and he's going to need it for his opponent.
And his opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 265 pounds, Edge Stone.
Earlier tonight, Ed Stone almost sent Isaiah into the afterlife. What will happen here between he and one half of Team FlyDef? Zach Mason looking to break out as a single star in Reality of Wrestling, win this tournament, it's guaranteed. But Ed Stone could grab the scepter, could grab the robe, could grab the crown, and could be the fiercest king we've ever seen.
Here we go, Matt Topolsky. The thing about Zach Mason is he's used to being the bigger man in the ring. He's used to having the size advantage. Now, he does not. We see a bigger Ed Stone. And you got to wonder if Zach is feeling any, I don't know, emotional despair after having to go out there and fight his brother, his tag team partner, Warren Johnson.
Didn't look like there was a lot of emotional despair when he walked out of the ring celebrating while his partner was holding out his hand.
Well, I mean, they spoke in the back. Everything seems cool. But I'm saying that has to play a little bit into your mentality of like, okay, look, something's going on with my team. I'm going to have to repair that rather, but I still have to go out there and compete.
This much I would agree on. And which brings me back to the point that I made earlier here tonight in this tournament. Edge Stone, he's not bringing a chip on his shoulder into this tournament. There's no bad blood. There's no personal affairs here. He simply has one game plan and one singular focus, and that is to win this tournament. And I think that's what gives him a strategic advantage. However, Brendan Steen with that bye, all bets are off. It is a remarkable task to ask an athlete to compete in combat 3 times in one night. And one of these two will have to do it and be successful the 3rd time in order to be crowned royalty.
Absolutely, and Zach Mason had a little bit of a longer contest against Warren Johnson than Ed Stone did against Isaiah. Wondering if there's going to be any show.
Kick out.
Wonder if Zach Mason's going to show any of that in this ring. We got to see, does he have the gas tank, Matt Topolsky? Does Ed Stone have the gas tank? We'll find out.
We've seen a lot more in the Reality of Wrestling of Zach Mason than we have of Edge Stone. What we've seen of Edge Stone has been, quite frankly, perfect. But Zach Mason, pin attempt here, 1, 2 to finish it off, no. Zach Mason has showed us in the pursuit of FlyDef's first tag team championships, the heart, the guts that he has inside himself. There was a night where he almost single-handedly won those titles for he and his tag team partner who went down with a knee injury. Zach Mason has something in him. But will it be enough? Will it be the edge he needs to beat Edge Stone? That is the question.
Right now, Stone taking advantage in this match and trying to wear down. We're trying to wear down Zach Mason, doing it by any means necessary, and that's how you got to look at it here. Here's the thing. We talked about it in the opening contest here this evening. You have to try to win these matches as quickly as humanly possible. So that means maybe not cheating, but just bending the rules a little bit in order to get an advantage, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You talk about the MLB Championship Series. You think that if you get into late innings, the pitcher's not just going to, have a little wax on his hand, put a little wax on the ball, try to give a little extra torque, a little extra spin to get that batter out. I mean, you do whatever you can. Oh, wow. What a right hand. I don't know how Zach Mason didn't fall down flat on his face after that as Edge Stone throws him into the corner, or throws him into the ropes. Oh, wow. Well, that's it.
Here, 1, 2, Edge Stone's going to move on. No!
Once again, shout out to Jason in the Super Chats. He says that he has the gas tank to compete inside of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. Shout out to Jason. Thank you for your Super Chat.
Well, Jason, we are sitting here at ringside, and I'm going to tell you what, you're going to need quite a gas tank against either of these two.
Absolutely. And I see fans talking about it live in the chat room here on the Reality Wrestling YouTube channel. People are trying to figure out who's going to challenge Will Allday for that television championship. That match is coming up next. Will Allday's Open Television Championship Challenge.
Hey, Brad Gilmore, and interestingly enough, let's think about some of the competitors that either did not qualify or have been excluded from this tournament. Or perhaps it's someone that competed earlier here tonight and wasn't victorious. Maybe it'll be Rex Andrews. Maybe it'll be Gino.
Hey, that's a great point. Maybe even, hey, wait, here's the thing. I mean, it wouldn't be smart strategy, but, Brendan Steen could go back out there and try to get his television championship and then lock up the Rise to Wrestling Royalty tournament for himself. There's all kinds of possibilities.
We would never hear the end from him if that were to occur. And you know what, Brad? That's actually not a bad point. I mean, he does have a bye, so it would still only be 3 matches in one night. Zach Mason looking to make this the end of his second matchup. No!
Oh, my goodness, so
what
close.
A near fall. Brad, you got to think about the deck that is stacked against either of these two. More specifically, Zach Mason. For Zach Mason to get through an athlete the size of Edge Stone and then face a fresh and ready to go Brendan Steen in the final, who is coming off a bye. Oh, wait a second.
Well, Isaac Bouillon got a little bit.
The official was just brushed there.
Oh! Edge Stone going to the outside. Isaac Bouillon, I think got caught up there.
Well, Zach Mason checking on the welfare here of this official. I don't know if perhaps he lost a contact lens or something. Oh, wait just a second! Brad, that's Warren Johnson! Warren Johnson with a shot from behind. Zach Mason didn't see it.
Zach Mason didn't see it. All he sees is Edge Stone back in the ring.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh!
He hits him again with that Blue Thunder Bomb. Cover 1, 2, 3.
And he wins.
Here is your winner, Zach Mason.
Zach Mason is moving on to the finals of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty, courtesy of a little help from his tag team partner, Warren Johnson, and he has no idea that he was involved.
No, I mean, as far as he knew, he knocked Edge Stone over the top rope, went to check on the referee, and then when he turned his back, Edge Stone was back in the ring. And Warren Johnson was gone. I'm not exactly sure what Warren's motivations were there. But Zach Mason advances into the finals, and Matt Topolsky, that's the breaking news we now know. We're going to see Zach Mason versus Brendan Steen. The winner will be declared Wrestling Royalty here tonight.
Brendan Steen, you've made it to the finals, but you've only had one match, and Zach has had 2.
Let me stop you right there, woman. That's right. I made it to the finals with just winning one match. But whose fault is that? It's not my fault the other 2 guys got disqualified. No.
And what? Zach's wrestled too? Oh, poor little baby. He's got one more match over me. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I was winning this before it even started. Okay? I already told them my ring size and everything. Okay? They already know who this is going to. At the end of the day, that's just what I do. I win awards. I win tournaments. I win titles. Get used to it!
This man has elevated the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship to new heights. It's Will All Day.
Will All Day put out the challenge, an open challenge to anybody in the back for his Reality of Wrestling Television Championship. As he's announced to the ring by Ashley Bull, here he comes. And the crowd definitely is behind Will All Day. But the question is, Matt Topolsky, is it a smart strategy to put your championship up in an open challenge?
I don't know if it's a smart strategy, but it's certainly the signs of a fighting champion. And Will All Day has a very high opinion of himself, and why not? He should. He is a stratospheric superstar here at the Reality of Wrestling. His rivalry with Brendan Steen will go down as the best of 2019, in my humble opinion. And he has elevated that title in this division to a whole new level. So quite frankly, I don't think he's concerned with who walks through that curtain. He's ready to put on a show.
Well, who's it going to be, Matt Topolsky?
And his challenger, being accompanied to the ring by Reina, representing La Familia, weighing in at 215 pounds,
Aiden Cristiano. Always the opportunistic Aiden Cristiano, the cerebral leader of La Familia, accompanied to the ring by the dangerous and beautiful Reina. Aiden Cristiano, a former Reality of Wrestling Television champion, a former Reality of Wrestling Tag Team champion, a former Reality of Wrestling champion, looking to grab the brass ring of this division right now.
Remember, Matt Topolsky, Aiden Cristiano lost that television championship in a six-way scramble match back at Deep Impact, the Reality Wrestling crossover show with Impact Wrestling, and Brendan Steen walked out the television champion that night. Will All Day then beat Brendan Steen for that championship. Aiden Cristiano has never gotten his rematch. I think that right now he said, let me strike while the enemy is not expecting.
You and I have sat here and we have talked repeatedly about how contrasting styles make for great fight. Well, in this theater of combat here tonight, live on YouTube at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty, we have the cerebral brawler taking on the perennial high flyer in what I think will definitely live up to the hype.
All right, here we go. The Reality of Wrestling Television Championship is on the line, and Matt Topolsky, look at the face of Will All Day. He's a very confident performer, but right now he looked a little bit concerned that Aiden Cristiano was the man who answered his challenge as the All Day chants start in the World Gym Arena.
All Day is as popular as they come here at the Row, but it's not popularity that gets you the 3 count. It's your performance inside the squared circle. And there are few better in the game today. There are few more seasoned in the Reality of Wrestling right now than Aiden Cristiano. This matchup is for the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship, and it's underway. Lock from behind from the challenger. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, Brad, but I have to believe that Aiden Cristiano's strategy will be to keep All Day on the mat as much as possible. We know how dangerous he can be when he gets to the top rope, when he gets ahead of steam and he starts to fly.
Absolutely. But see, Aiden Cristiano, this is a guy who likes to do a lot of high flying. Sure, he has a moment or two where he likes to tempt fate, but for the most part, he wants to beat you inside that squared circle, and he wants to do it on the ground. That's why he's always been one of the greatest competitors at Reality of Wrestling. He knows what his opponent's strengths are, and he knows what their weaknesses are, and he tries to exploit them.
Arm drag from the champion. In the early moments of this TV title affair, Will All Day taking that television championship and defending it around the nation now.
Oh, swing and a miss from Aiden Cristiano, and All Day lights him up. You got to think that the leader, La Familia, like I said, Matt Topolsky, was just biding his time, waiting for the right opportunity to try to go after that Reality Wrestling Television Championship, and I think he picked his spot expertly.
Series of reversals here. The champion with a victory roll, but only a 1 count. Shot to the back. Roll up here this time from the challenger. Another kick out at 1. All Day goes downstairs. Drives that knee into the jaw. Could this be all? Kick out at 2. And the other thing that All Day needs to concern himself with, Brad Gilmore, is he has to have eyes in the back of his head here with Reina here at ringside, and certainly I'm sure La Familia close.
Absolutely. Will All Day has to block all of that out. He cannot think about La Familia. He's got to think about Aiden Cristiano. Aiden Cristiano counts on his opponents thinking about the numbers game, and he uses that to capitalize inside the squared circle.
Hurricane Rana from the top. Perfectly executed from the champion. Hooks the leg to finish off the open challenger. No. On a night when 4 titles will be defended, on a night when wrestling royalty will be crowned, Will All Day trying to do what he does most nights, and that is steal the show. But he has to also concern himself with defending this title successfully against a challenger the caliber of Aiden Cristiano.
Still to come tonight, the Reality Wrestling Diamonds Division Championship will be defended. Alex Gracia goes up against the challenger, Hai Yun. Also, Mantell, the Texas champion in action. And of course, our main event, Brian Keith versus Ruthless Ryan Davidson. And also, we will see the finals of that Rise of Wrestling Royalty, all still to come this evening on the broadcast. As now Aiden Cristiano, Matt, seems like he's got the upper hand against Will All Day.
Oh, it doesn't seem like anything. He has the upper hand against Will All Day. He is methodically picking apart the television champion right now, setting his pace in this one. 1, 2, and a kick out. One of the strategies that Will All Day has used, tried and true, time and time again, is jumping on his opponent early, getting in a little bit of high risk, flying around the ring, setting the pace in 6th gear. But here tonight, in this open challenge, Aiden Cristiano has prevented him from getting out of the gate. It's like he's tied cinder blocks to his feet and is forcing Will All Day to battle out on the mat. That is good news for the challenger. That is bad news for the champion.
Oh, absolutely, Matt Topolsky, and this is why he's one of the most cerebral competitors we've ever had in Reality of Wrestling, as Will All Day tries to get himself back in it.
All Day again. This time with a cover, kick out.
Will All Day trying to go back over to Aiden Cristiano. Aiden Cristiano just buried his whole dome, his cranium, into the...
You don't see that often, a big headbutt right there to the breadbasket. Knocking all the wind out of Will All Day, and once again, All Day, who is known for that tremendous gas tank. Aiden Cristiano knocking the wind out of him again and again, just stomping on the lungs and preventing All Day from mounting any sort of offense.
And look at that, you can hear Will All Day screaming out in pain in this abdominal stretch type maneuver.
Look, Brett, this is unlike any Will All Day matchup we have seen before. Aiden Cristiano has set the pace early. He is dragging the champion into deep water. It looks like his strategy is working to a T right now. Champion getting out of dodge there. Super kick out of nowhere, which at least for the time being will give All Day an opportunity to draw some oxygen into those lungs, which have been flattened by the challenger.
Both men up to a vertical pace as All Day trying to get back in this one, Matt. And oh, big forearm. I think the champ's starting to feel it.
Oh, that's the look. That's the look in the eyes of All Day that we are accustomed to, and it's the first time we've seen in this one. Spine buster. Will it be enough? It's not. However, All Day getting a second and third win and improving his chances at a successful title defense in this one. Clothesline over the top.
What is All Day thinking?
Well, All Day looking to fly. And he flies right into a European uppercut reversal.
But he got off anyway. Went flying, and now he is back in the driver's seat in this contest as he goes up top again. High risk, high reward, but Reina trying to make her presence felt.
And there she goes. And she probably would have gotten involved sooner had Aiden Cristiano not been in control of 80% of this matchup. Oh, looking for the senton bomb from the top. Finds two knees in the back instead. That could be it. No! Aiden Cristiano was convinced that this one was over and he was walking out of here a two-time television champion.
He was about a second away from that being a fat Matt Topolsky. As Aiden Cristiano gets back up to a vertical base, Will All Day still reeling from those knees to the lower back.
It has been an atypical Will All Day performance. Does he have anything left here? Or will this open challenge be a giant mistake? Oh, Hurricane Rana! All Day climbed the tree of woe!
He reversed that knee pad. He's looking for that big flying knee, and he caught it. He caught it.
All Day cover to defend. 2, 3.
And he got it. And a big shout out to Cedric and our super chat saying thanks for the stream tonight, and what a defense from Will All Day.
Come on! Damn it! This is ridiculous!
Well, we saw these two men earlier, Diego De La Cruz, Jonathan Vega of La Familia.
There's absolutely no reason for this at all.
The leader was unsuccessful in getting that championship. And now he's directing traffic as Aiden Cristiano.
Well, Will All Day just walked through hell to successfully defend that television championship, and now it looks like he's going to be the latest victim on the list of gang assaults here at the Reality of Wrestling, courtesy of La Familia. Somebody has to put a stop to this.
Well, they're bringing Will up to the top there.
I mean, we're talking about a guy here who is becoming a franchise player here at the Reality of Wrestling.
Matt Topolsky, they're over in that technical area. And I think that Aiden Cristiano has bad intentions on his mind. Well, we apologize for this, ladies and gentlemen. This was obviously not part of what we expected.
Oh, no. Come on, guys. Stop it. Stop it.
Looks like they're going to go for a triple powerbomb off the stage, Matt. All day fell out of it.
Will got out. Will got out. Wait a second. Oh my goodness. Will all day is just taking out all of La Familia and all of the technical equipment.
Incredible. Will all day. Still standing tall, Matt Topolsky. Still your reality of wrestling television champion.
Well, fortunately, we are still live. And fortunately, the television champion is still standing as he gets the best of this here tonight. Will all day your winner as chaos continues to ensue here at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty.
We're going to take a quick commercial break here on the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. More action coming up.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about, bro. You know you're in the finals, man.
Thank you, bro.
Some water, a towel.
Oh, man.
Get hydrated, man. One more, dog. One more. The Rise to Wrestling Royalty is all yours, baby.
I got this. I got this. Woo. Yeah. Zach, way to go. Congratulations on the win.
Oh, hey, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Look at you getting
Warren, that was slick out there. Way to stand up for the team.
What? Who are you? Who are you? What is he talking about?
I said, man, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. What we supposed to do.
Do what we gotta do. You didn't get involved out there, did you?
Look, man, hey, I was trying to help you out a little bit, just a little bit, man. But you know, it's nothing too big. It's not a big deal. You know, moving on to the finals now.
Hey, bro, I know we gotta do what we supposed to do, but you know what? I gotta do what I'm supposed to do too. All right? I need to go out there and I need to prove to everyone that I can win this on my own. All right?
On your own.
So I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. You do what you're supposed to do, and I need you to promise me that for this next one, you're gonna stay here in the back.
Stay in the back.
Yes, bro.
Come on, man. I'll always accompany you to the ring.
Promise me right now you will stay in the back.
All right, bro. All right. I promise. I'll stay in the back. All right.
Thank you.
Introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas. She is the Renaissance Woman,
Let's unpack this next match for the viewers at home. The Reality of Wrestling Diamonds Division Championship is up for grabs. The Pink Dream, Alex Gracia, has become the new face of this division. And quite frankly, that pisses High On off. She is a former two-time Diamonds Division champion. Some could argue the best ambassador the division has ever had, and the Renaissance Woman wants that title back. Something bad.
Matt Polsky, want to give a big shout out to RC for giving us a super chat. He said the show has been great, and so has the commentary. Thank you, RC, for that super chat.
And her opponent, she is the Diamond Champion, the Pink Dream, Alex Gracia.
Alex Gracia, still pretty new to the game, Brad Gilmore, but you can't call her inexperienced anymore with that Diamonds title strapped around her, and she has earned it. Has also had two successful title defenses of that Diamonds Division Championship, and a few weeks ago, in her latest defense, High Young sat ringside with us and made it very clear she was gunning for that title. Well, here we are.
Big shout out to Cedric on our super chat. He said, embrace the hashtag Pink Dream era. And it sure has been the era of Alex Gracia since she came into her reality of wrestling. Winning that championship at our last live stream, the Summer of Champions.
Second title defense. Right now live on YouTube at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty. Thank you to everyone for joining us. And if you are new to the reality of wrestling, please click that subscribe button and join us for live updates, clips from the Hall of Fame with Booker T and Brad Gilmore, episodic television from the reality of wrestling, and so much more. And thanks to over 150,000 subscribers who've made reality of wrestling one of the top viewed wrestling platforms in YouTube history.
That is a huge honor. We're thankful for being recognized as the Pink Dream. Alex Gracia has to go up against, I think, her biggest challenge yet. I mean, Hai-Yun.
No doubt about it.
You know, we've been talking about the MLB Championship Series. Hai-Yun is a 5-tool player. I mean, she can do everything that you need to do inside that squared circle. That's why they call her the Renaissance Woman. So it would be interesting to see what Alex Gracia's strategy is against Hai-Yun here this evening.
And I would think, I mean, no disrespect meant to Alex Gracia, but I would think if I'm Hai-Yun, I'm coming into this matchup supremely confident. I have owned this division. I have been the major player in this division. I have run this town for an extended period of time, and here comes this new, what she believes is an untested product, grabbing the Reality of Wrestling Diamonds Division Championship. She may be looking at this and saying, this is going to be a short night of work.
She very well could be, Matt Topolsky, but you never want to underestimate your opponent. That's how you always take your eye off the ball and lose. As Alex Gracia, honestly though, Matt, has been in control here this evening so far. Oh! Well, until that. Hai-Yun definitely the stronger of the two. Earlier this year it was in Japan. Alex Gracia did the same thing. She was in Japan early on in her career. Both these ladies have been in all kinds of environments. As Alex Gracia looking go a little high risk, Matt.
Alex Gracia with a Hurricane Rana from the ring apron to the outside. Whatever it takes. And she's going to have to tap into a new gear if she is going to successfully defend that Diamonds Championship against the Renaissance Woman. I think she knows that now.
Oh, look at that, and Hai-Yun caught her. Maybe that moment of hesitation from Alex Gracia cost her.
That's exactly right. Backbreaker here, cover. Kick out. Vertebrae of that lower back being rearranged by the challenger. Hai-Yun just putting the boots to the Pink Dream right now. And this dream may turn into a nightmare here very quickly.
Alex Gracia's got to get back in this one. And oh, and a big chop from Hai-Yun. And Hai-Yun likes it. Look at that. It hurt her hand, but she loved the sting.
Hai-Yun, the first woman in reality of wrestling history to defend that Diamonds Championship inside a steel cage. She wasn't successful that night, but she still has that feather in her cap of being a trailblazer for the Diamonds division. Alex Gracia would like nothing more than to put a W in that win column against Hai-Yun here tonight to really prove that she deserves to be Diamonds Division champion.
Look at that roll up.
Back for mine here, inside cradle to defend that title, kick out at 2.
And Alex Gracia trying to get back in this one. And she's starting to fire up Matt Topolsky. Oh, Hai-Yun cut her off again.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brad Gilmore. Oh, hold the phone here.
CTV.
And the champion may be out cold. 1, 2.
Thought there might have been a 3 count there as Alex Gracia really reeling after that big knee from High-Young.
You know, I was going to say, Brad, Alex Gracia has not looked the same since that moment of hesitation on the second rope, which ended up in a backbreaker. Ever since then, she's been favoring that lower back. She's been moving gingerly inside the ring, and High-Young, like a shark, she smells blood in the water, and she's looking for the big finish here.
Absolutely, and High-Young is putting it on her.
Nice suplex with a bridge. The champion slips out momentarily.
Alex Gracia has a lot to fight for. That Reality Wrestling Diamonds Championship is on the line. She also recently made it to the finals for the search of Maxim Magazine's next cover girl, but she needs to prove tonight that she's more than a pretty face, as she's done on many occasions, and here she is. She's about to prove it right now, Matt Topolsky. Little homage. Thought she was going to go for the 619 maneuver, and now she's jumped on the back.
Sleeper hold here from the champion. Alex Gracia, ironically enough, trying to put the master of the beauty sleep to sleep right now and successfully defend that Diamond Submission Championship.
Well, she got that pink dream locked in tight. High-Young seems to be fading. Alex Gracia, this seems like almost like a desperation maneuver.
High-Young's gonna be, she was just a second away from counting sheep. Wait a second.
She still got it locked in. High-Young thought that she was done with her, Alex Gracia.
And the official's gonna have to be very careful to look at that and make sure it is a sleeper hold and not a choke. High-Young slips out.
Somehow, High-Young able to get out of that, but she's still reeling from it. She's definitely slowed down a lot. Alex Gracia back elbow.
Pink Dream right there, baiting in the challenger. Slides underneath. Alex Gracia now building some momentum. Can she start to stack the offense and successfully defend that title?
High-Young going to the outside. You wonder if that's instincts or that was desperation.
Brad Gilmore, both of these female athletes look spent. They have left it all out here tonight with the Diamonds Championship up for grabs.
Well, Pink Dream. High-Young gave her a boost up top, and now, springboard off the second rope to the outside, and the Pink Dream feels it. She could retain right here.
That offense that we talked about, she's taking it to another level here tonight. Hooks both legs to defend the Diamonds Championship. No! Kick out at 2 3/4. Alex Gracia leaving no stone unturned in her pursuit of defending that championship against the Renaissance woman.
I want to thank everyone watching right now. Look at that. High-Young holding on to the apron. Referee distracted and a right to the eyes mat.
Oh, High-Young took advantage here. Looking for beauty sleep. Roll up for the champion. She's going to do it now. No.
Well, I thought that High-Young was going to hit that beauty sleep after distracting the ref. Oh, big European uppercut.
What a shot there from the challenger.
Got her in a torture rack. Oh, it just slams her down.
High-Young, 1, 2, no! Diamonds division being lifted here tonight to new heights by two remarkable athletes.
She's going for that CT knee. Matt Topolsky, Alex Gracia looking for a backslide. Wait a minute.
Beauty sleep. This time, 1, 2, 3. She will be counting sheep.
And your winner and you, Diamonds Champion, High-Young.
the diamond, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Hyon has become only the second 3-time Diamonds Division champion in the history of reality of wrestling.
Incredible performance by Hyon, definitely solidifying her spot as one of the greatest diamonds we've ever seen here at the Row. New champion here tonight at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 220 pounds, Abel Andrew Jackson.
Abel Andrew Jackson has strolled into an incredible opportunity tonight at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty, Brad Gilmore. But he's got to get through Mantell. But if he finds a way, somehow, then we all will have to stand up for greatness because he will become the Texas champion.
Absolutely. We saw Mantell in the preliminary rounds of the Rise to Wrestling tournament was defeated by Gino with the assistance of some brass knuckles that are now legal in Texas. Yeah. Make sure you stand up for greatness, Matt Topolsky. Also, big shout out to the Joe Cronin Show, who just donated through the Super Chat saying this is the best commentary team going right now. Wish I was calling with you guys. What a gem reality of wrestling is. Continue putting out quality content. Thank you, Joe, for that Super Chat.
Mantell has been the most dominant champion since grabbing that title Reality of Wrestling has seen in 2019. A hard-hitting country boy who beats the hell out of everyone that steps up. Will things be different tonight? If I were a betting man, I would say no. You can't count out Abel Andrew Jackson, but Mantell is country strong, Brad Gilmore.
Absolutely. Like we said, the only thing that's been able to put him down are a set of brass knuckles. And unless Abel Andrew Jackson has some of those here this evening, might be a bad. Oh, look at that. Abel Andrew Jackson taking the Texas Championship away from the referee. And we are getting ready to get this thing started. Matt Topolsky, I want to kind of know how Abel Andrew Jackson, the master politician, even got a championship opportunity here tonight. He must have been lobbying the powers that be.
Or maybe he just drew the short straw. I mean, who actually wants to step inside the ring with Mantell? There's no amount of money in the world that would get me to square off with this guy.
Oh, and they're brawling out here right in front of us, Matt Topolsky. You better watch out. Oh, man. I felt that one.
Well, Abel here, bending a few rules early on, trying to get an advantage in this championship contest. Oh, Mantell hangs him upside down.
Oh, my good God in heaven.
Well, I think that's it, folks.
Wow, I mean, that kind of, those two chops left Matt Topolsky and I speechless, which takes a lot to do as Mantell continues to show his power.
Oh, he is putting on a clinic right now. Now you talk about country strong. Well, that bull can go to work all night. Cover one. Kick out at just one. Mantell, he gets enjoyment out of delivering pain. He looks like he's having fun while he's beating the hell out of every challenger that steps up to the plate. And he has defended successfully that Texas championship across the great Republic of Texas. And he's here tonight at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty with the goal of doing it again. And I don't think there's anything Abel Andrew Jackson can do to stop him.
Absolutely not. These two, though, big men going up to the top rope. I think Mantell had superplex in mind. Master Politician, though, pulled him off, and I think Mantell may have hit his face on the turnbuckle or the ring post. Abel Andrew Jackson coming down.
It's the second time Abel has taken this fight to the outside. It didn't end well for him last time, but he's going to go back to the well yet again.
You know what they say, try again. How many politicians have ran for the same office multiple times? Abel Andrew Jackson trying it out again.
Cover here. 1, 2. Kick out. Are you saying that Abel Andrew Jackson is the Hillary Clinton of reality of wrestling?
No, I didn't say that.
Any particular reason why you're not saying it? Okay.
Back to the action inside the squared circle. Abel Andrew Jackson just picked him up.
Cover here. 1, 2. And an interesting story developing here, Brad. As Abel Andrew Jackson took this fight to the outside again, he may have injured Mantell just enough to get an advantage here.
Well, here's the thing.
Starting to get the feeling anything is possible.
Abel Andrew Jackson has been around reality of wrestling since its inception. He's gone all over the world. This man is a proven veteran. He has been the reality wrestling television champion here before, and to put that Texas championship on his mantle and win it from Mantell would be quite the victory at the ballot box.
Mantell, trap suplex. Nicely executed. Will it be enough? 1, 2. The referee just momentarily there out of position. This matchup continues. You know, you talk about the ballot box and about Abel Andrew Jackson, known as this master politician over the years. The thing about the Texas Championship, Brad, you can't win it with the Electoral College. You can't win it by popular vote. It's one-on-one inside that squared circle. He's going to have to out-physical Mantell, and that's what he's trying to do right now. And credit where credit is due, Double AJ is imposing his will right now on Country Strong Mantell. 1, 2, no.
Well, here's the thing, Matt Topolsky. You got to think about this. Abel Andrew Jackson, like I said, has been around reality wrestling since its inception, and he's always been a well fine-tuned and conditioned athlete. That is the one thing. Wins, losses, doesn't matter. He's always been a great athlete, and he's putting that on exhibition right now.
Still to come here tonight, the finals of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty.
And Abel Andrew Jackson has him in a rear chin lock, trying to slow down the big Texan Mantell. Well, looks like Mantell feeding off the Row Nation, able to get back to a vertical base. Oh, big knee to the rib there.
I'm telling you, Brad, Abel has to stay on him. And now he's looking for a swing vote here. Oh! Huge spine buster, cover 1, 2, no! No, the match continues. And again, to remind everyone at home, still to come, the finals of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty and the Reality of Wrestling Championship up for grabs in our main event.
Oh, wait a minute. Mantell, Abel.
Roll up here, 1, 2, kick out.
Took referee a second to get into position. We could have had a new Texas champion right there. Oh, American suplex on Mantell.
Andrew Jackson trying to make the entire World Gym Arena stand up for greatness. If he hits this, he might just do it.
Mantell catches him off the top rope. Oh, and a Texas-sized chop and a forearm to match.
I'm telling you what, it looks like bulls on parade right now from the Texas champion. Mantell. Huge lariat to defend the Texas title.
And
he got him.
Matt Topolsky, an incredible win for Mantell. A great win for the champion. He continues his path of dominance. And also, Abel Andrew Jackson, a great showing. The master politician has now re-entered himself into a championship conversation here at Reality of Wrestling. But Mantell, the country strong, stands tall.
What a night of action live on Reality of Wrestling's YouTube channel. And free, might I add. It's why we are the blue label of professional wrestling. This is the rise to wrestling royalty with more action still to come. What a night of combat it has been. And you will not find a finer warrior inside the squared circle than our Texas champion, Mantell. Still to come here tonight, Brad Gilmore, the finals of the Reality of Wrestling Rise to Wrestling Royalty. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first, coming up after that, the Reality of Wrestling Championship up for grabs, the final boss versus the bounty hunter. A lot of history between these two. They've gone in two separate directions, but as fate will have it, they're face-to-face here tonight.
We got to think about it. The last time these two went one-on-one in a singles capacity was at the Final Heat. That was over 4 years ago, and it was inside the confines of a steel cage. That night, Brian Keith won. He beat Ryan Davidson in the middle of the ring for the Reality Wrestling Television Championship. The question is, Matt Topolsky, can lightning strike twice?
Well, we're going to find out later on here tonight, but coming up next, you know, we said when this tournament started tonight, the winner would be the man that successfully got through 3 matches. Brendan Steen didn't have to worry about that. He was granted a bye after what happened between Rex Andrews and Gino. Zach Mason had to go through his own tag team partner and then through both of our favorites for this, Edge Stone. What is going to happen in this one? And realistically, does he stand any chance against the fresh Brendan Steen?
Well, any man stands a chance, but Brendan Steen, he has been the professional. He's been the rising star. We've seen him already capture singles gold here at the Reality Wrestling just this year, and I think him being able to rest all night and Zach Mason having to go through that war with Edge Stone, I have to think that Brendan Steen is the favorite.
For the first time in Reality of Wrestling history, we will crown royalty. We take it up to the ring for the final.
The following is the final in the Rise to Wrestling Royalty with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 200 pounds, Brendan Steen.
Brendan Steen filled with all the confidence in the world, and why not, considering the fact that he received a bye after Rex Andrews and Gino battled to the time limit draw. And when I say they battled to the time limit draw, most of us believed Rex Andrews was 1 count away from pinning Gino, while Gino had that arm bar cinched in. But that doesn't matter. It's yesterday's news. Right now, the 2018 Breakout Star of the Year and the former television champion is 1 win away from being crowned royalty.
Brendan Steen signaling to the camera that he wants the ring. He wants to be declared wrestling royalty.
And his opponent, his one half of Flydep, Zach Mason.
I've been off the scenes cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Don't get mad at me cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Brad Gilmore, when Team Flydep walked into the World Gym Arena for the first time, you could tell, we both could tell that there was something different about these young men. And you know who could really tell? Booker T. He has an eye for talent, and when he looked into the eyes of Zach Mason and Warren Johnson, he saw something special. But I don't think anybody could anticipate that Zach Mason would be standing here in the finals of the Rise to Wrestling tournament tonight, going through his own tag team partner and then Ed Stone to be one win away from the biggest singles victory of his life.
Well, we are live here on the Reality Wrestling YouTube channel and YouTube chat. I want to see you right now. Who is your prediction? Who's going to be wrestling royalty? Is it going to be Zach Mason? Is it going to be Brendan Steen? Sound off in the comment in the live chat below. And now the professional Matt Topolsky. He's the fresh man, as you pointed out.
Shot downstairs. Neither one of these two really have a power advantage. I would say the agility is almost a coin toss, but it probably goes to Zach Mason. Brendan Steen, on the other hand, a powerhouse, a brawler, somebody who loves to turn a wrestling match into a Pier 6 fight as quickly as possible. But Zach Mason looks like he's up for the challenge. But at some point, attrition is going to be able to sit in this ultra marathon of combat, especially for Zach Mason, who finds himself in his third match here tonight.
Oh, man. And I think right now, Matt, we're seeing the effects of those two prior contests from Zach Mason.
Crowd royalty here, too!
Oh, my.
Wow! Kick out there, but you see it early on. Not as much pep in his step for Zach Mason, who has been through war here tonight, Brad.
Zach Mason, you can just tell Matt Topolsky, he is feeling it right now. He is feeling the effects of trying to go all night long, battle his own tag team partner, Warren Johnson, battle the big, bad Ed Stone. And now Brendan Steen was looking for that headbutt. That headbutt's what won him.
Oh, look out. Perched up there in the high red district. It comes crashing down. I'm going to tell you right now, that mat is pretty unforgiving. More unforgiving than the community pool. And that may even the score here, at least temporarily.
Oh, wait a minute.
His hands on an official
Brendan
there.
Steen needs to be careful.
He needs to be very careful, because that could be grounds for disqualification.
It would be awful to come this far.
1, 2. Zach Mason, Brad Gilmore, is barely hanging on here at this point. I mean, we're only just a few short minutes into this matchup, but you can tell how gassed he is.
Well, Matt Topolsky, he has every reason to be. I mean, he is still young in his professional wrestling career, going on a couple years now, and he's never had to do this, ever before. Wrestle 3 times.
Few athletes have.
But here's the thing, wrestle 3 times in a night, that's huge. But also, Zach Mason isn't used to singles competition either.
Cover here, 1, 2.
He's used to when I'm tired, I can go to my corner, I can tag in my brother Warren Johnson, I can get out of there, I can take a breather, I can rest, recuperate. He has not really had the opportunity to do that tonight.
That is a very fair point. Brendan Steen right now not expelling a lot of energy, really, as he paces back and forth and measures each and every shot, absolutely telegraphing them right now. Zach Mason is in the crosshairs of the professional, who is firmly in control.
Oh, big right hands by Zach Mason, Matt. He's trying to get himself back into this. Oh!
Irish whip from Zach Mason. Brendan Steen using the sharp edge of that knee to his advantage here, and that could be it.
Shades of Hall of Famer Triple H with that knee.
And now takes it and drives it into the small of the back.
Well, this is why you always call Brendan Steen a throwback to the old school.
That's right.
This man utilizes mat wrestling. He looks to grind you down, wear you down, weaken you until he can go up top, hit that headbutt, 1, 2, 3, he's out.
Absolutely. Outside of that headbutt, there are no thrills when it comes to Brendan Steen. He is looking for a good old-fashioned fight. He wants to take you apart, blow by blow, piece by piece. And right now, he is in control. He has put it in cruise control on his way to being crowned royalty.
Zach Mason somehow found the strength to throw Brendan Steen over the top.
I don't know how he did it, Brad. Could that be enough? Could that be enough?
2, 3. Wow. This crowd is on the edge of their seat. They are waiting to see who's going to be crowned wrestling royalty for the very first time.
You bring up a great point. You know, there's almost like an eerie hush over this crowd, almost like a nervous excitement, if you will, as they look on and try and figure out whether Zach Mason can make it through or not. I don't think there are plenty of Brendan Steen fans in the audience here tonight. He certainly doesn't give a damn as he executes that Death Valley driver. Will it be enough? 2, no!
You're right. There is a nervous hush over the crowd. To me, it's how I feel every time I see Asuna go up and when the Astros had the lead in the ninth.
Brendan Steen right back on top again. A methodical flurry of offense from the professional. You want to talk about a 12 months for the ages. Imagine being crowned breakout star of 2018, following that up with a television championship reign, and following that up with being crowned the first ever royalty here at the Row. Brendan Steen on the cusp of doing that now. Zach Mason has to go to another level here. Zach Mason stands a chance. He will have to test physical limits that he previously did not know existed within himself. Brendan Steen granted a bye. And is now on the edge of capturing it.
Both these men.
How is Zach Mason doing this?
I don't know, Matt Topolsky. I am almost flabbergasted and almost at a loss for words that he is even still competitive in this match as Zach Mason reaches into the reserves with a big clothesline. Brendan Steen had that one scouted, Matt. He wasn't going to let it happen to him again.
Absolutely.
And an X-Factor type maneuver.
Oh, my goodness. Forehead first. Spiked into the mat by the professional. Brendan Steen.
He's going up top, Matt Topolsky. That headbutt is what won him a match earlier tonight.
Brendan Steen heading up to the 500 level.
And again.
Somehow Zach Mason hangs on!
Wow.
A belly-to-belly suplex from the top rope in desperation. Zach Mason one more time. Blue Thunder, center of the ring, 2. Oh my goodness, 2 and 99%.
So close.
Zach Mason beside himself right now. Thought for certain that it was over there. And this is a brief reprieve for Brendan Steen. Oh my goodness. That almost turned really bad. Low blow downstairs. The official was distracted by Brendan Steen. Russian leg sweep. And now he's telegraphing it. Brendan Steen climbing up to the penthouse.
Not this way.
And if he comes crashing down with that headbutt, he will be crowned royalty.
Here it goes. Oh, the headbutt. That's all. Brendan Steen, hook of the leg, man.
1, 2, no! Zach Mason digging down to places he didn't know exist. Kicks out at 2.5.
Brendan Steen, obviously irate and frustrated, putting his hands on the official. Again, he needs to be careful. That headbutt has never failed him before. And now, he's sizing Zach Mason up maybe for that Russian leg sweep. Oh no, he's got him in a full Nelson. Matt Topolsky, how Warren Johnson is even standing, how Zach Mason is even standing right now is beyond me. And a roll-up.
Here, 1, 2.
Wow. Trying to get back in it.
Absolutely incredible.
Big boot.
Brendan Steen.
He's got him in a full Nelson.
Whatever it takes at this point. I mean, you want to talk about attrition. This is the quintessential example of it. Only one man can survive in the finals in the pursuit of being crowned Reality of Wrestling royalty. We are live from Houston, Texas at the World Gym Arena in the finals. Will it be Brendan Steen? Will it be Zach Mason? Zach Mason now trying to fight out of it.
Zach Mason on his last gasp of breath. Trips him up. Kick to the side of the head. Wait a minute, he's trying to go for a... He's got a Cobra clutch type maneuver on him, man.
Clutch in the center of the ring. I thought it was a crossface, but look at how the arm is under the chin. A Cobra clutch here from Zach Mason. Whatever it takes, but now Brendan Steen crawling.
He's
through
almost
the
to the
Sahara
rope.
to that metal.
He's almost to
that
the rope.
bottom rope. Can he get there?
He's almost to the rope. Zach Mason.
Zach Mason pulls him back.
Wait a minute.
Wrenching back. Zach Mason.
He tapped out.
Zach Mason has been crowned royalty.
Here is your winner to rise to wrestling royalty, Zach Mason.
Tonight he faced his own tag team partner. Tonight he faced Ed Stone. And tonight, in the finals, he persevered over Brendan Steen.
Wait a minute, though. We know who that is. And there he is, Matt Topolsky, the owner of Reality Wrestling, the two-time Hall of Famer, the six-time World Heavyweight Champion, and the king of the ring himself, King Booker. Booker T makes his way down.
Well, Brad, if anyone has the keys to the kingdom, it is Booker T. And if anyone has earned them here tonight, unquestionably, it is Zach Mason.
Well, the champ is out here.
Man, what a night. What a night, y'all. Rise to Wrestling Royalty, first annual Rise to Wrestling Royalty. Give it up. First, I want to thank all you guys for coming out here tonight. Big ups, big ups, big ups to everybody on YouTube that's making it really, really big around Reality of Wrestling. Everybody know Reality of Wrestling, we taking over. We taking over. All you guys, much love, but right now, I want to say congratulations to this man right here, Zach Mason. Give it up. I clocked Zach Mason's time, guys. Zach put in just about 40 minutes overall tonight for you guys to become the first Rise to Wrestling Royalty winner. And you know, we always giving out something, When you win something, you get something. You get a belt, you get a trophy, you know what I mean? For me, I got 2 Hall of Fame rings. I ain't got them on right now, but I got that down, Paul Bosch. Paul Bosch, 60 years right there to make it. Right now, it's year 1 for you. Right now, we're gonna present to Zach Mason, y'all, something special. The Rise to Wrestling Royalty Ring. Congratulations. Congratulations. Give it up, y'all. Give it up for Zach. He put in time right there, y'all. He deserved it. He deserved this. He deserved this.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Well, tonight,
cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
And it ain't over yet, y'all. We gonna give y'all a main event tonight that you're gonna remember for the rest of your lives. Brian Keith versus ruthless Brian Davidson. It's going down, and I want you guys to enjoy it because it's gonna be gutsy. Some people say it might even be perfect. Now can you dig that, sucker?
well, tonight, the keys to the kingdom have been handed over, and Brad Gilmore, this kingdom now belongs to Zach Mason, and we're all living in it.
Yes, Matt Polsky, we still got our main event coming up, but right now we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. We're on the road. It's me, Hilton, here at Hilton Furniture and Mattress, announcing that one of Houston's major furniture and mattress stores has closed its doors forever, and we've purchased all of their inventory for pennies on the dollar. High-end bedroom sets, high-end living room sets, high-end accessories, high-end name brand mattresses for pennies on the dollar. Don't hesitate, don't meditate, and don't procrastinate. Hilton Furniture and Mattress will liquidate all of this high-end furniture and mattresses for pennies on a dollar. I-45 South, exit Fuquay. Ooh, and that's a fact, Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Greens Point, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, the cruiserweight cowboy from Ryan Keith.
Ryan Keith, in moments, will walk inside that squared circle with the biggest opportunity of his life, staring him in the face. A shot at the Reality of Wrestling Championship. And I would be remiss if I did not chronicle the story of Brian Keith. As a young boy, he sat in the bleachers of the Pasadena Convention Center and watched a very young Reality of Wrestling approach Booker T after that event and said, I want to wrestle for your promotion one day. Years later, Brian Keith not only did that, but in the same building, he climbed to the top of a steel cage, and when he crash landed to the bottom, he had defeated Ryan Davidson for then the television championship. 4 years has passed since that moment, and the careers of these two athletes have gone in various directions. Tonight, fate brings them together. What a story, what a moment.
His opponent, fighting out of Bel Air, Texas, weighing in at 265 pounds. He is your reigning, defending, undisputed Reality of Wrestling champion, Ruthless Ryan Davidson.
And Matt Topolsky, what else can you say about the Bear from Bel Air other than Grand Slam champion? This man was a Reality Wrestling Tag Team champion, television champion, Texas champion, and now he is the current Reality of Wrestling champion. He has been all over the world, the United States, Japan, Canada, and now he's here in the World Gym Arena in the main event yet again in one of the biggest matches in his championship reign. Brian Keith, Ryan Davidson, you couldn't script it better in Hollywood.
You really couldn't. And although Ryan Davidson will not admit it, it has to be in the back of his mind that he lost that television championship years ago to Brian Keith. It has to be in the back of his mind that maybe, just maybe, tonight lightning will strike twice. Maybe, just maybe, Brian Keith is my kryptonite. We're about to find out.
It is possible. Main event feel here this evening at the World Gym Arena. Place your bets, YouTube. Who you got? Brian Keith, Ryan Davidson, Reality of Wrestling champion on the line. This is our main event of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty.
Ryan Keith has been very vocal on this television program. He has been very vocal in the media, in the Houston Chronicle, on social media, talking about how tonight is about more than just him. Tonight, this pursuit of this championship is about the big man upstairs. It's about his wife. It's about his children. It's about his family. It's about his legacy. Brian Keith is all in. All of his chips are on the table for this one. Will it be enough? We're about to find out.
Here we go, these two squaring up. And now here it is, the lockup in our main event for the Road Championship. The #1 prize here in the Gulf Coast. Big shoulder block by the champ.
Massive power advantage here for ruthless Ryan Davidson. Brian Keith has to know that he can't stand and trade in there tonight. He's gonna have to be the cruiserweight cowboy. He's gonna have to be slippery. He's gonna have to show that speed, that agility, and of course, the fastest kicks in the South, which have been putting food on his family's table for years now here at the Reality of Wrestling. And he's looking for the biggest payday of his life.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky. Brian Keith is a father. He is a... Wait, hold on.
Come on! And it's been a few weeks since we've seen them, but here come these...
Wait, Ryan Davidson just walked over and grabbed the Reality Wrestling
Championship.
Here
come these renegades,
Wait a minute.
Wait a second. There's the mysterious Q. There's Terrell Tempo. Rex Andrews has come out here.
There's Mantel. They're trying to hold off the renegades of wrestling. Some of the Reality of Wrestling veterans, some of the Reality of Wrestling champions.
Well, isn't this convenient? Isn't this convenient? Ryan Davidson is more than happy to take a disqualification loss because he gets to keep the title. And now he can head to the bars here tonight with the championship.
Well, Ryan Davidson grinning and smiling here on the outside.
Give me a break.
All part of the plan.
Wait a minute. Everybody's ass in this ring. All right? Hold up. Back up. The hell y'all think this is? Like I said, back up. Back up. Hey, wait a minute. Get the hell out of here. Oh, you young punk. Get the hell out of here right now. The hell is going? I got this. I got this. I got this. The match ain't done. You think I don't see what's going on here? You think I don't see what's going on here? You think you can come out here and get disqualified on my TV? You think you can come out here and cheat every one of these people out of a main event here at Reality of Wrestling? Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It ain't going down like that at Reality of Wrestling. All right? So I tell you what. Brian Keith, that's the only person I need in the ring. I appreciate it. Brian Keith is the only person I need in this ring right now. I appreciate it. The deal is this. Everybody from this point on is barred from ringside. Okay? This match is going to continue. This match is going to restart. We will have a definitive victory tonight here at Reality of Wrestling.
Wow, big news from the boss man, Matt.
So, referee, will you please ring the bell and restart this match right now?
Well, the match is being restarted. And as Booker T said here at the Reality of Wrestling.
And it is for the Reality of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
As Booker T stated, the fans here at Reality of Wrestling will not be robbed of this opportunity. Brian Keith will not be robbed of this opportunity. And what a convenient exit it would have been for Ryan Davidson here tonight. But this match is restarted and the title's on the line.
Well, Ryan Davidson, like you said, Matt Topolsky, this was all premeditated. He had those renegades of wrestling come out here and try to get a disqualification so that he could walk out still champ at the end of the night. But Booker T's not going to let it go down like that.
Cruiserweight Cowboy climbing up here to the penthouse level. Ducks underneath. Elbow strike. Brian Keith. Caught off there by the champion. Dramatic scenes here just moments ago as we thought our main event was going to be sabotaged by a group of renegades bought and paid for, assumedly, by the champion.
What do you mean assumedly, Matt Topolsky? It's obvious that they're working for Ryan Davidson as the champ covers Brian Keith. Kick out after one. Booker T was not going to allow this live stream, this special event from Reality of Wrestling to end in a disqualification. He has declared that there must be a winner. Ryan Davidson now strangling the Lone Ranger of the Road, Brian Keith. Big clubbing blow to the chest.
I mean, what if Ryan tries to get himself disqualified again? Will Booker come out and restart the match again?
He said there must be a clear and definitive winner. So I don't know if that means no disqualifications, no countouts.
And I only ask that question because I'm trying to get inside the mind of Ryan Davidson right now. It's clear that he had a plan for a short night of work here tonight. One has to assume, based on the fact that this match has been restarted, that perhaps he hasn't adequately prepared for this title defense against Brian Keith.
Perhaps not, Matt Topolsky. I think that you're right. I think that his strategy has now gone completely out the window. He thought he had a sure thing, and now he's realizing he's got to work for it. But take no mistake, he is not a Grand Slam champion for no reason, as the fastest kicks in the South come into play.
Oh, no. I'm telling you right now, Brian Keith is going to have to pack his lunch for this one. Ryan Davidson is still the perennial favorite in this matchup. Drops that fist to the dome to retain the championship. Kick out at 2. This is the thing, is that Ryan Davidson is no stranger to taking shortcuts. But as many of us have seen in his career, he doesn't have to. He's more than capable of going in there and physically imposing his will and successfully defending this championship. Booker T's decision is as much for Brian Keith as it is tough love for Ryan Davidson.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky. And now Ryan Davidson got the advantage on Brian Keith. And even though his strategy has gone out the window, that size, that strength, that power is still in his corner. Oh, wow. A short right hand to the jaw, man.
My goodness. It may be lights out for Brian Keith. Ryan Davidson picking him up here. Perched on the second rope. High altitude.
Oh, and he turned into a power bomb.
What a reversal from the challenger. A remarkable turn of events. But Brian Keith unable to capitalize, and the official now initiating that 10 count. challenger to his feet first. Ryan Davidson follows suit. Brian Keith trying to make history here tonight, trying to change the lives of his wife and children, trying to rewrite his legacy here at the Reality of Wrestling. Ryan Davidson walked into a big one there. Innovative maneuver from the second rope from the challenger. Brian Keith, side effect, center of the ring to win the Reality of Wrestling title. No, kick out of 2.
A second away from having a new champion. But Matt Topolsky, you talked about these two men's careers going in various directions. Ryan Davidson has gone on to be the first Grand Slam champion in Reality of Wrestling history. Brian Keith has not had a singles championship since that TV title 4 years ago. Everything is on the line for him tonight.
I cannot imagine that Brian Keith, anytime in the near or perhaps even distant future, will have another opportunity like this. Is he going to punch his ticket right here? In Rowe history, no kick out. Brian Keith perhaps looking for a rodeo DDT. The champion fights him off.
Oh, what a big, is that a bear lariat?
That is a huge bear lariat center of the ring here.
Now he's looking for that Davidson driver. Oh, and he got it! That's all.
A successful title defense. Count 2, 1. No! No! Brian Keith!
Brian Keith kicking out.
I'm telling you, Brad, shades of Rocky Balboa in the 14th round. He will not stay down, even if his corner tells him to. Brian Keith has more to give.
A whole hell of a lot of heart from the challenger to find a way to kick out of a bear lariat and a Davidson driver, but Ryan Davidson, make no mistake, is going to go for it again. Oh!
Ryan Keith, Mugen Sagiri. Ryan Keith!
Rodeo DDT!
Rodeo DDT out of nowhere!
But Ryan Davidson rolled out of the ring. Brian Keith can't cover him. We could have had a new champion right there, man.
The momentum carrying the champion to the outside of the ring, and the frustration painted all over the face of the challenger, Brian Keith. He was a split second away from being able to capitalize. And now he is attempting to roll the dead weight of the champion back inside the squared circle.
Oh, wait a minute. Referee has been bumped by Brian Keith.
Ryan, look at that bear lariat! But the bear walked right into a super kick!
And a second one. Oh, and a third, the hat trick, man.
Brian Keith! Brian Keith!
Another DDT.
Cover! 1, 2!
He did it!
Here is your winner and the new Reality of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Brian Keith!
Brad Gilmore! I said it once before on the night that Brian Keith captured the television championship, and I'll say it again. Dreams do come true. Brian Keith, for his family, for his wife, for his children, has captured the greatest prize in reality wrestling.
Through all the losses, through all the injuries, when everyone thought that he could not do it, Brian Keith climbs to the mountaintop. He is the Reality of Wrestling champion for the first time as the Raw locker room comes out to congratulate Brian Keith.
A journey of a decade of sacrifice, of extreme disappointments, of heartbreak. It has all led to this moment, to the culmination of a dream. Brian Keith is no longer just the cruiserweight cowboy. The bounty hunter has captured the greatest bounty of them all.